But that Fuzz was pretty cool. I liked Fuzz. I'm going back to the Pokemon Center, by the way. This whole area is so fucking awful. And I'm not going to lie, I think the rain is adding to it. I really dislike it so far.
Is this rain a different color?
It's just purple rain. But I guess it's a different color. I don't know if it's normally purple. This might just be like some kind of awful
Nuclear
acid rain.
Prince rain.
Yeah. Some kind of nuclear prince.
I can't think of any lyrics from that song. Dearly beloved, we're gathered here today to celebrate this thing called life. That's a different song.
Yeah. So, Fuzz disappeared, and then after Fuzz disappeared, we got Lena. Lena,
I don't remember this.
Lena was a very nice cat that we got, who was a cat that me and my sister shared for a while. And she was super cute and super nice, and she disappeared one day. Oh. And we have no idea what happened to her. We thought maybe she had been picked up by someone who didn't care that she was wearing a collar.
Did you intend to do that?
No, that was an accident.
Shit.
Yeah, he might beat us. I don't know. We think that she got picked up by somebody and taken. That was basically what
she was wandering around without a collar on, and they were like, oh, here's a stray.
She used to hang out in construction sites. She would wear her collar. And people would pick her up and play with her and whatever. And we think that at one point when she was wandering around the construction site, because we had seen it happen before, we think that somebody just picked her up and said, yeah, no, I'm taking this cat, and just walked off with her.
Yeah, I could believe someone doing that, even if the cat has a collar.
I mean, Fuzz, the only reason Fuzz was ever neutered was because somebody down the street from us thought, okay, this is my cat now.
And
even though he wears a
neutered?
collar. Yeah, and they went out and had him neutered.
Weird.
And we were really angry about that.
At least you didn't have to pay for it.
Yeah, but it's like, it's still our cat. And then they put him back outside, and it's like, now he's wearing stitches, and he's got a cone on, and it's like, what the fuck? Why would you do that?
Yeah.
But
like,
yeah.
if they've got a cone on, don't let them out.
Yeah.
They're gonna have a hard time.
Well, it wasn't their cat to begin with, and they thought that it was, and we knew that he used to go and hang out with other people because he'd come back smelling like weird-ass perfume, like old people perfume.
That makes sense.
And it's like, jeez. So then we got Lena, and Lena disappeared, and everybody was super unhappy about that. And eventually we got Sushi in that household, which is...
Sushi's still alive and kind of an asshole.
She's an asshole. She's a feral cat. I don't know why they keep that cat around.
Well, she's nice to your mom.
She's nice enough now, but it took that cat like 10
her.
years to start acting nice.
It's because they spayed her. She mellowed out after that, sorta. Not completely.
After Lena, though, when I was living in a different household, I wound up getting a cat named Bianca. And Bianca was super nice, and I loved her to death. And she was a cat that I raised, like from kitten. Like I got her when she was a very small kitten. And I raised her in my room exclusively, and eventually she kind of got, like, people arguing that she needed to be acclimatized to the rest of the house, and we want to be able to see the cat and all this other stuff, despite the fact that she was gotten exclusively for me. So I wound up letting her do that, and eventually she developed, like, a brain tumor or something, and she wound up having a really hard time with it. And she passed away.
That's really
as well.
sad. How old was she when she died?
She was a couple years.
Aww.
She wasn't very old.
That's sad.
Yeah. This is some flying type?
I don't know.
I can't remember. It might be flying and poison?
It could be dark. It could be poison.
Well, that was a crit. That wasn't a super effective, so I guess that's not it.
I used to have a cat, not a cat, excuse me. I used to have a rabbit that thought it was a cat. Or at least that's how we joked about it, because it was a male rabbit, and he would like roam around the backyard like pretty much freely, and he would like scare off cats. It would be him, and we had a guinea pig, and the rabbit, whose name was Hershey. So we've got an aunt named Hershey. We got one of them s'mores.
Yeah.
But anyways, his name was Hershey. And he would dig little holes in the backyard, and then the guinea pig, whose name was Tribble, this was my mom's idea, but she would like live in the hole, and he would guard the hole, and if neighborhood cats came around, he'd like do his little bunny grunts at them, and they'd walk off, and like we used to joke that he was basically a cat. He at one point like escaped and then disappeared forever. I'm hoping he was just picked up by another family.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a cool bun.
Bianca used to sit at the front door and bark if she heard somebody around. She was a cat.
I I mean, cats are very good at making weird noises.
Yeah, well, a lot of people don't realize, but you do. It's one of those things where, hey, guess what? Cats don't actually say meow. Cats is not a... Like, that's not a cat thing.
Cats say whatever they want.
So cats only make that meowing noise at human beings. Because the idea is that might be the closest a cat can get to a human voice. And as a result, they think that that's correct. But if human beings aren't around, cats have been recorded as making all kinds of noises.
Yeah.
Like, it feels very much like cats are actually all about mimicry, and we didn't realize because they're exclusively mimicking
Actually,
us.
You've got, like,
I'm not even gonna try. I'm sorry, but I'm running.
Yeah. Yeah, I realized, no, we should not.
Yeah, this thing, we have nothing right now. Everything is dead, just about. It's really hurting that we don't have that fucking machine. I'd like to be able to get the thing in our party out, the egg.
Yeah. So the boat's gone completely?
Yeah, I'll show you, but I'm almost positive the boat's just completely gone. Yep.
How did the boat even get there? There's rocks in the way.
I don't know.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe we gotta talk to this guy a little more.
Telling us about stuff.
So we've got a lot of uranium. Okay.
Well, he told us to go check out the power plant to the south.
Okay.
Specifically. So down there towards that cooling tower is the thing he wants us to... Oh, god damn it. I'm sorry. I'm really quick to hit that button. Because it comes up so fast. Like, I'm trying to blast through the first bit of dialogue, and then it just, doesn't. It doesn't work at all.
Yeah.
Sorry.
More games need to implement any kind of,
strange Pokemon.
Button mashing prevention for if you're going through dialogue and there's a choice. If you've just been mashing, it'll, not acknowledge it until you pause. Do any games do that? It seems like it would help.
I don't think so. You'd think that there would be, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I clicked at that time and the thing didn't even come up.
What? Okay.
Okay,
Hi, I'm Daisy.
Yeah. It's literally like a worse version of the owl from Twilight.
You need to go to Castletown. Talk to the princess.
Yeah.
You get there faster if you somersault the whole way. Oh, yeah. Tell us about Mom.
He knew her. She worked as a scientist and was an expert on nuclear energy. By all accounts, she was a brilliant woman. Strong-willed, compassionate, and brave. No wonder Kaylin... Before the accident, she said she was close to a breakthrough in an entirely new energy technology. My biggest regret was that I couldn't save her.
And I had bonitis.
I don't think your father has ever forgiven me. He didn't make any attempt. He was the one that when it started fucking up, he ran out of the building, basically. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I'm going crazy, but... I
think he did it.
You think he set it up so that it would explode?
I think he's fishy. I think there's something up with him.
Yeah, I think he's a little fishy too, I gotta be honest.
Also, we can't have two Frylocks that aren't evil. One of them's gonna be, so if Theo doesn't get turned to the darkness, he will. Or he'll have already been the darkness. They can both be evil, but they can't both be good. That's my prediction.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I've made a lot of predictions, and they could all be wrong.
Yeah, you have.
It's what I do.
God, what was I gonna say?
We still don't have one of these.
No, we don't, but I'm not gonna catch this one right now.
Alright.
I'm trying to just run through here because we got a lot to get done and we have not gone very far.
That's true. This area is a bit intense.
Also, it's not like they're rare. These things seem incredibly common.
That's
the
true.
only Pokemon in here is the radioactive kind, and this thing seems like it's probably a 10% encounter rate. I don't know.
Do we not have repels?
I don't know if we do, but I'm pretty sure we don't. I will check just in case. But know that if there's any Pokemon in here that is over the level of 22, we are not going to be able to repel them.
Yeah, but if we've got...
We do have max repel, though.
Yeah, we've got a super repel.
I'll use the max.
Oh, it just said it doesn't work in this location.
Oh, well, okay,
you mashed through it, but I could read it. It just said repel isn't working in this location. So, okay. They wanted us to suffer.
Yeah, this is awful, actually. I don't want to do this. I don't want to have to get through this area.
Dude, we can go back if you want.
No, we can't!
No, we can just go back to the little healing place and just save if you just want to
No, because we have to do this eventually, so we may as well do it now.
Yeah, but you could do some level grinding in the meantime.
No.
Alright.
I also don't like that we're locked into this team. It's such an annoying, like...
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault or anything. It's just, why is this place like this?
Because it wants to be challenging. It wants to give you some atmosphere, I guess.
By the way, the thing that I keep saying about, oh, nuclear reactors are actually safe. The reason people don't trust nuclear reactors are because of...
Like Chernobyl?
Specifically Chernobyl.
Oh, hello.
Oh, there it is. Why didn't
There
you just walk me
Mom's
here?
grave.
Why did you have to lead me to come here on my own and then follow me in? Why couldn't you have walked me here or something like that? Like, come on.
Trying to find something.
Explain what happened all those years ago. Everything was destroyed. It's slated for demolition. This may be the last chance we have to uncover what really happened.
He's gonna, lead us in and then push us into a pit.
You would never have built anything this close to a destroyed nuclear reactor, by the way.
Yeah, because, the core of the destroyed shit would still be radioactive for a long time after. Like, hundreds of years, right? Like, Chernobyl's still hazardous.
Yeah, well, Chernobyl you're still not supposed to spend any amount of time around, but that's also because that's just dangerous.
Yeah,
it has nothing to do with the radiation.
Haven't they sent, probes down there to look at it?
Okay,
and it just breaks the probes?
Here's the thing, right? I was in the middle of trying to say it, but Chernobyl and the reactor in Japan are the only two that people really know about that did anything. There's also, I think, at least one in the U.S. that leaked at one point.
3 Mile Island?
Maybe.
Oh boy, lighting overlay.
Looks like the president says report 01.
Oh,
Read
yeah.
it? Yeah. Prog is name.
Prog Rock.
Okay, program is codename 92. Radiations biofiber. It to reconstruct damage.
Okay, so already we're talking about building a Hulk or something.
Yeah, sorry, it's 1.
Sorry for what? They can't hear you, fan yourself?
Yeah, so anyway, though. The only ones that people really know about, for the most part, are the one in Japan and Chernobyl. And Chernobyl is a very popular one.
Popular because it's pretty historically noteworthy. Also, isn't there, the ruins of an amusement park, like 10 miles away or something like that? And people like to take photos of it because it's spooky?
I know there's a Japanese amusement park that people take a ton of photos of.
Okay, maybe I'm confusing it with that.
There's a ton of abandoned amusement parks. People don't realize, but amusement parks
Oh my
get
god,
abandoned
there's
all
one
the
somewhere
time.
in the American Southwest that was Flintstones themed, and it's got statuettes of Flintstones characters, and they're decaying, and it's creepy.
Yeah, all of them are creepy. If you leave anything around long enough, it's just gonna get eaten up.
Yeah, but it's
fucking
like a plaster statue of Barney Rubble slowly decaying into dust. I don't know. That one I found particularly fun.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. But Chernobyl is so when a nuclear reactor goes, like those ones did, if it leaks, it can be contained. It'll wind up possibly finding its way into the water cycle, which is a problem because you don't want to drink radioactive water.
Yeah.
But if it goes like Chernobyl did. First of all, Chernobyl was manned by completely incompetent people. That's why Chernobyl did the way that it did.
They built it and then put untrained staff in it?
More or less, because Chernobyl had tons of ways that you could have kept it from doing that. And all of them supposedly went, and all of them that went were faulty. So it's you have 3 or 4 different emergency situations.
The 50s, right?
Yeah, you have 3 or 4 different
pretty early on in nuclear.
Emergency fixing problems, and none of them worked.
Report
supposedly.
02. All right, power core
from overheating. It blank a large blank nuclear fuel to activate prod limitless energy.
Yeah, this doesn't tell us much.
No,
I'm just gonna assume
and the
that
blanking out doesn't help.
I'm gonna assume the blanking out stuff is all cuss words.
No, that's not what it is. It's actually probably each blank does it's probably a full letter, and they're expecting people to
Play
pour
hangman with
themselves over it. Yeah.
Yeah, no. All we know is that this place was doing something and something.
So
Science.
When Chernobyl went, Chernobyl was a water-cooled uranium fuel-celled nuclear reactor. The way that nuclear reactors work is you have a actual nuclear fuel cell. It's typically a rod. The rod gets inserted into a thing that kind of smashes atoms, and it causes energy. And the energy boils water around it, and the water turns a turbine. Yeah, it turns into steam, and the steam turns a turbine. The problem that can arise with stuff like that is if the reaction gets too ecstatic, like if there's too much of a reaction, it'll boil all of the water out of the tank. And
then you've just got fucking power bouncing around.
Yeah,
right?
And a lot of heat, an absolute ton
it'll
of heat.
start melting the containment.
And what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to have a way to regulate the water that goes in there so that when the water starts turning into steam, you can open it up and you can let the floodgates sort of pour excess water into it.
It's nice that these are all coming in order. You'd think they'd have mixed it up.
The MRI, anomalous brainwave patterns.
Yeah, this is what the biofibers
specimen that's just a specimen. Incapacitate independent thought. We trying to suppress something.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so they're talking about an animal.
Yeah.
There's an animal with autonomous thought.
Yeah, this is where the dogscape happened.
Yeah, that's why there's so many of these radioactive dogs.
God, that is it, isn't it? This is where they were holding Marmaduke before the end happened. So, if you've never seen, Dogscape is a series of excerpts of fiction written collaboratively by random anonymous people. It's kind of a precursor to creepypasta stuff, but it's better because it wasn't about a haunted Game Boy. Yeah. Dogscape's pretty fun.
So when Chernobyl went, it basically broke all of their emergency systems. Then none of them were alerted and nobody did anything, and they let it get to a point where it was basically negligence, gross negligence.
Spubs.
Wow,
it's a baby
little
Spubs.
one. That's weird.
Oh, but it's cute.
Gross negligence caused the water to evaporate and caused them to not have the safety skills enough to fix it. So when that one went very, very big because that one. Okay, you know what? This is a much larger room than the last one I was in. I think I fucked up.
Huh?
Nothing. Don't worry.
I wasn't aware that you.
It's
were
fine.
Trying to...
Don't worry about it. I was trying to figure out which way was the right path to go forward and which way was the side path, and I think I chose the one that I thought was the right way to go forward as actually the side path. I think the side path was the one up there.
It could be that they both have something important at the end.
That never happens. It's an RPG. You go left or right, and right's the bad path, so you take right first. That's how it works. That's how every RPG works.
I mean, the people who made this also know how RPGs work, so they might be trying to do something different.
I'm
like
just
how
saying.
They've got radioactive Pokemon.
I'm just saying, every RPG has two options. If you pick the left door and the left door is critical path, you're always going to want to go back and hit the right door.
Okay, so everyone who plays a lot of RPGs, in the comments, please find us some examples of that not being the case. Because I'm sure there's a ton, and it's just something that everyone knows.
No, because critical path has always got to be the critical path. There's no way that you could have two critical paths.
You could have a loop.
Yeah, but that just means that there's a critical path and a non-critical path. You can't not have a critical path, and you can't have two critical paths.
All right.
It doesn't work.
All right. I don't know if you're sure.
Yeah, I was right. So
there was a key, so this was the right path.
Well, this was a path. This was not the critical one, but the critical one likely required us to go down this path.
Yeah.
When Chernobyl went, the steam... What?
That star.
Oh, it's shiny, but it doesn't look shiny.
It's radioactive and shiny. Catch it either way.
We can't... No, because it's stuck this way. Dude, as far as we know, it's going to be...
It gave off sparkles.
It doesn't look any different.
What if when you catch it, it fixes the... We don't know if
I'm
they
almost
stick.
positive it doesn't.
Please catch it.
Yeah, I'll catch it anyway. I'm just telling you, I'm almost positive that these don't change at all. It's going to look like exactly the same as all the other ones.
It gives off sparkles. Like, it's still unusual.
I guess.
It would still be a missed opportunity if you don't get it. At least try.
Fine. My point is, when Chernobyl went off, it was very, very hot. Like, it was way hotter than it was supposed to be. Mm-hmm. So it built steam and it built energy until people had to evacuate, and it blew the top off of the cooling center. And that explosion scattered radioactive particles. That was the problem with Chernobyl. It shot them everywhere, and it irradiated the hell out of everything. And once you irradiate the hell out of everything like that, you're lost. You can't fix that. It'll take 1,000 years for it to be fixed. Except I think in Chernobyl's case it was actually around
I'm
50
crossing
years.
all my fingers. Come on.